I thought it would be good that I end the video here. This is the best place where it all started. Sumit and Jenny came into my life. I actually had them up on my door, not as posters, just as an idea, because I thought it was really funny that a dude who was 30 years old would catfish someone who is 60 and then they'd fall in love. It turns out the joke is on me, because the last episode we watched, they were doing Kama Sutra and she broke his belly button to the point it started becoming a hose pipe. I thought 90 Day Fiance would be more cute than disgusting, but it's not. Although after seeing them for 3 seasons, I think they're my favorite couple, but at the same time, they are one of the most dysfunctional. Today seems to be the end of that. Yes, there is finally a conclusion, and there is good news and bad news. I will get to the bad news at the end, but the good news is they're still both alive. Alright. I'm back in my room. I'm wearing a kurta/beanie combination, the only one I think I've ever seen in humanity. I know, a fashion crime. Leave a comment below, tell me how bad it is, and hey, it's the brand new year. And for some people it's summer right now, like me who's sweating, and other people it's winter. And that is the perfect time to play a mobile game and maybe be transported to another world that might be hotter. And luckily for me, Raid Shadow Legends does just that. Raid never stops expanding their roster of champions, but now with the brand new rarity of Mythical, they've stepped it up even higher. Mythical champs have a mechanic called Metamorph, allowing them to change between 2 forms. Kinda like work from home, Leo. Or going out, Leo. Being able to metamorph is game-changing in Raid, since each championship form has different skill sets. You could have one form heal and one do big damage, so all your bases are covered. It's literally like having 2 champions in one. These guys can only be summoned from red primal shards in the portal, and both forms use the same artifacts, accessories, masteries, and blessing. So be careful when you're choosing how to use them. To help wind down from the holidays, Raid has a massive present for you to unwrap. The Cursed City. It's one of Raid's biggest features since the Doom Tower, with 100 stages to complete, including stages where you'll need to take down 2 of Raid's bosses at the same time. As you work your way through Cursed City, you might even get your hands on a mythical champion. Plus, get involved in this month's Raids A Christmas Story, a holiday-themed event where you can follow Sir Nicholas through a festive story, with mini-games and the chance to win in-game and real-life prizes like epic and legendary champions, or even Amazon gift cards. Just head to https://raidxmas.com. Click my link in the description or scan my QR code to get insane bonuses available only through my link, like Epic Champion Drake. Not that one. From the Lizardman faction, and other useful things. Energy refills, skill tome, XP booster. Come find me under 16leo and join my clan, the Leos. This is 90 Day Fiance, Sumit and Jenny, the conclusion.
I'm planning to reach out to my parents as soon as I reach back to my home. Since I told them that Jenny and I are married, I haven't talked to them.
Ah, yes, of course. As we start the series, we're back to it. They were on their honeymoon, but now it's back to reality where Sumit's parents hate him. Jenny's parents are still dead, I think. They're just trying to get his parents to love her because neither of them has time. Physically, one just doesn't have the time for this shit.
It's frustrating for me to keep seeing Sumit worried about his family. He should be just Sumit with me. He shouldn't be so worried about his parents anymore.
And like an American, Jenny is still, after many years, it's been over a decade, she's still like, he's married to me. Okay, I'm his mother/lover, okay? I don't understand. He needs to actually just leave them love me. She probably has hashtags about that. Free Sumit.
Honeymoon is over, back to the reality. It means that we have to go back to our old house.
Just sometimes when Sumit says things, it just sounds like insincere. Honeymoon is over. I have to go back to this shit. It was fun. I got to zipline away. Now I'm back. We're buying a fridge. Honeymoon.
Yeah, if we have to go back to that old house, we definitely need to do some upgrades. I think I cleaned the house very nicely.
Really?
There it is. This is the place that you want to start your fights in, appliance store. You gotta start all of your fights and arguments in the appliance store. That way you can at least get the appliance you need. I clean the house well. Really? Maybe a vacuum would do it better? then you just buy that. It's like saying I keep the drinks cold and then getting a fridge.
In India, duty is a housewife, cook breakfast, clean the house, lunch and all that. The other women do all that kind of stuff.
The women's do the women's stuff, apparently. You do clean, you cook, make the bed sheets, you fucking suck them off, do whatever, just do the woman's stuff, is what Sumit says. That's why he married her, to do the woman's stuff. Little did he know, she can barely do the stuff. The only stuff she's been doing is breaking him physically, and maybe mentally too. So I don't know if Sumit picked the right one for this specific duties that he so desperately wants, but she's a Western woman and also old.
But don't forget that.
Things are not looking in his favor if that's what he's expecting, is all I'm saying. In a general sense, why would you expect that? What would you be doing? But I mean, whew, he's really expecting a lot out of Jenny.
The other women do all that kind of stuff, all that kind of duties, whether they are working or whether they are not working.
Holy shit, are you watching? Look at her face. She's zoned out the whole time he was talking. She was just like, how old am I? Can I count on my fingers? How many fingers would I need for that? How many people would I need? 6 people? God, 7.
That's why we call them super women.
And what does the man do?
Mans go out, bring back money, and runs the house.
There you go. The man goes and brings back the money and runs the house. How does he run the house? Well, he sits the fuck down. Sumit actually married her with those intentions. He actually put a ring on it thinking, this woman who's been fighting, that's the thing she does with the most energy, fights back. Everything else, low energy person. He married her thinking she was gonna clean, cook, be subservient. God. Dude, why? Why would you even think that is a thing?
Who cleans your mom's floors?
He had a maid.
Okay, then hire a maid. She can do a better job than me.
I'm really sorry, but you did.
You're out of your mind.
The appliance store. He's standing behind a vacuum cleaner while they're talking about cleaning. This is an ad for vacuum cleaners in India. When you are fighting in an appliance store, look behind. Buy it. Look behind. That's the store name. Look behind. That's honestly, it's a 1,150 watt vacuum. That thing sucks harder than Jenny.
Comparing to the regular Indian housewife, I would say that Jenny is failing, but she's gonna kill me if I say that.
Then why'd you say it, bro? What the fuck are you even doing here? You know this is a TV show, shit. Oh. Yeah, so compared to the regular housewife, Sumit's got like the regular extra S-tier wife, then Jenny, who's like actually somewhat at the bottom. She's failing at being like a regular Indian wife, which honestly makes sense considering she's white and not Indian. So I don't blame her. I feel like he just wants the easy road out, and Jenny does very much mother him throughout this whole process. So I don't know. He wants the best of both worlds and he's getting like neither.
Whatever her skills, she need to upgrade it. She need to forget about that American like housekeeping skills.
Which is nothing, just by the way. Americans are famous for having ads on TV that you sit at like 11:30 and, oh, a couch that gets me up. It's like the laziest shit. They call it a lazy boy. They actually disrespect people to their face in America. So you got the wrong culture if you want like that housework type cleaning beat. He also said she's failing and she needs to upgrade her skills like she's an RPG character. You know what I mean? Like she's a RuneScape. She needs to get her cleaning to level 99 or some shit. And I also found it interesting. I was watching this and in the car, Jenny was saying that Sumit needs to forget about his Indian traditions and just be with her. And now he's saying she needs to forget about her American traditions of being independent and just clean the fucking house. I feel like they're both having that cultural clash. That and age.
But don't forget that.
Still is a huge factor in their relationship. And at times it baffles me that they're still married because of how different they think. Or maybe it's cute that they make it work. I don't know. I choose to see things negatively.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
Because that's who I am as a person. So I think that this sucks.
I need to develop a lot about Indian way of housekeeping. Especially if I can win my parents back, she need to live up to my mom's standards.
Okay, see, now that shit's outdated. She needs to live up to my mom's standards of cleaning my house is one of the most convoluted statements of all time. Because this man is trying to win his parents' affection back. Winning your parents' love back is just... You know how you see 80s movies and they have the stereo playing? At 0% of the time did your parents come out of the house and be like, oh, he is playing our favorite music and bumping that Bollywood shit. It's not. your parents. You do it because you're like in love with someone and it's the end of a cheesy 80s movie. To actually win your parents' affection back is already like, there's a break in the system here. And then to win it back by telling your wife, who's American and 60, to clean the house better is some gymnastic level logic that I just don't understand. So if Jenny can clean the house well, the mom's supposed to be impressed at her cleaning skills and then say the son chose a good wife. All of this is more backwards than a set of underwear that has, you know, the bum facing the front.
Despite of a fact that Jenny and I are in an age gap relationship, maybe they will accept Jenny.
We get a vacuum cleaner. I mean,
So Jenny is pushing for a vacuum cleaner. She's like, I'm American. I'll do the sucking. The vacuum does the other sucking. 50-50. You choose which. And then Sumit is like, no, goes completely against cleaning. Cleaning in India is you take a little broom and you sweep 100% of the house. You have to make a chore harder than it is because it can't be easy. You got to break your back doing it. Otherwise, you didn't do it right. If you don't tear your ACL by washing dishes in India, you did it wrong.
some of the things in the house I can clean easier.
Let's suppose if they're coming, still house is dirty. Even after having a vacuum cleaner, they will say, oh man.
Can you imagine that actually happening? They come, oh, your house is dirty. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hide the vacuum cleaner, Sumit. Why the hell are they looking for the vacuum cleaner? Don't tell them they have one. I don't know if this is Sumit's way of trying to save money and not buy the vacuum cleaner, or actually this is the excuse, but what a stupid excuse. You could hide the vacuum cleaner anywhere. Hide it in Jenny's room. They'll never go there. What are you doing, bro?
Now she's having all the facilities, but still the house is.
So you're saying even after I clean the house, it's still dirty? You're saying that? You're more than welcome to mop the floor.
Wow, she chose that hill to just bury him under. Jeez. You know what? He deserves it. God damn. It was the pause for me. When she just looked at him, I was like, Sumit, say something.
And I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
Just do that. Maybe she'll like get like confused and be like, whoa. Are you spazzing out on me? You okay? I forgot what I was gonna say because I'm 60. What was I talking about? Who are you?
Why are we standing here arguing? This is enough.
That's
bad
enough.
here,
Actually.
Sumit has completely lost his mind.
I like her levels of like, I love him. He's completely lost his mind. He's out of control. I think we need to kill this. Those are like her too. I'm gonna marry this. Honestly, I think we need the SWAT team right here from America. I think we gotta. He is going to be one of the worst. I hate this man. I hope that he falls off. I love him. Well, that happened.
This is not the married life I expected. What are you up to?
If you remember, I told you that I am going to meet my family.
So I don't know if they got the cabinet. That was apparently what they were doing at the appliance store. Get a cabinet. I guess they're back home. Sumit at some point has made it clear to Jenny that he's going to see his parents. And this is almost equivalent to her thinking he's going to see his ex because she is not happy. Every time he says he's going to see his parents, he has to say like, I'm going to see my parents. Sorry about it. And then she's like, oh, better come back with your pants on.
Actually, I invited all of them to meet me out.
He's never going to convince them. They're never going to accept me. It's starting to get old.
You're starting to get old. The problem is that you're starting to get old. That's the issue. And he doesn't have time. And you don't have. And nobody has time. The parents need to give up. Not give up on they need to give up being so weird about this and just accept that their son likes old white women. Like, I don't know what happened there, but it happened and he's happy. She's old. It's love. Just do it. Nike. Weird slogan for this, but
I know Jenny thinks according to the American way, like your parents are mean to you and mean to your wife, and you should just let them go.
This is not an American thing. Your parents are mean to you, you are mean to your wife, everybody let go. That's American. Not really. I mean, this is some really lovely American people, but I like how Sumit's perception of America is probably like Florida. That's what he saw. He's like, look at this shit. This is why we stay in India. Way better.
But I cannot let that happen. They are my parents. I know they love me, and the way they love me, and nobody else in this world can love me.
Well, they disowned you, and they don't talk to you, so I don't know. I can think of many people in this world that would not talk to you. I just don't know if any of them birthed you. So that's tough. They love you in a way that nobody else can by never talking to you again. Okay. All right, Sumit. he's trying to win them back, okay? He's trying to win the love of his parents back. And I hate to tell you this now, but there are two big surprises in this series. In this episode, two ones that you probably didn't think of, and each of them are from a different person. One of them's Sumit's surprise, one of them's Jenny's surprise, and neither of them knows about it.
So,
और कैसे बेटे?
मैं ठीक हूँ, आप कैसे हो? हाँ जी।
बस ठीक हैं।
और मम्मी पापा कैसे हैं?
So Sumit does go out, and he tries to meet his mom and dad, but instead his brother and his brother's wife are there, and his auntie, his mom's sister, is there. The parents didn't show up. They were serious. When they said they're disowning him, they're done. And the mom's sister quickly explains to Sumit that the mom is very sad. She's been crying 24/7. Don't know how it's possible, but she's been doing it, and she hates your marriage. That's what the mom said.
बाकी आ रहे हैं, लेट हैं कैसे?
नहीं आएंगे।
नहीं आएंगे?
जब से ये पता चला ना, तो शादी का जब से फोन आना शुरू हो।
She says, since everyone found out the phone started ringing. How does everyone have your number? Is it a public number? Change your number, mom. Get a number that not every Indian can reach. Holy shit, how is everyone reaching your number so often? You have a 0800 number. Stop that. Get a real one.
जवाब देना मुश्किल हो रहा है।
बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है मुश्किल।
Why are you answering people? Well, you keep picking up the phone? There's too many people. Stop. Get a new phone. Don't even tell your mom that the internet exists. If she Googles you, this is over.
Finished.
You know that. This is done. You're really lucky your mom doesn't know how to use Google, but also really unlucky she not only knows how to use a phone, refuses not to answer it when people call. Teach her the new method that Americans use. If the number is not from the contacts that you know, don't pick it up. Stop.
जिस तरह तेरी मम्मी का हाल है ना, ऐसा लगे वो पागल हो जाएगी। बहनी उम्र में काफी बड़ी है, उसको खुद सोचना चाहिए था कि ये अभी बच्चा है, आगे इसकी जिंदगी।
Yeah, I mean, okay, this is the actual serious thing. When Sumit's 60, she'll be 90. It's kind of conceivable to think that she'll be like that episode in SpongeBob where the mom was like, you know, old, and then her mom was a prune. It's kind of like maybe it could be looking like that. And I guess in Indian culture and just generally as a parent, you'd want each of the partners to take care of each other, but that's not always how it goes. There are circumstances to it. And if you're old enough to make these decisions, Sumit's 30, which means his brain is fully developed and he made a conscious decision to marry this old grandma lady, that is his choice, and he should bear the consequences, not everyone else. It's not, the parents are just, in India, it's like when your parents get old, you need to take full care of them. And it also, it almost seems, it is subservient, and it almost seems unreasonable to the Western tradition to be like looking after your parents. But I guess it's because they raised you when you were young that they ask you to take care of them when they're old. But now Sumit has an extra person to take care of, his wife, who will actually be older than his parents.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
So that puts a spanner into the mix, if you know what I mean. I understand what the mom's saying, I understand what the mom's sister is saying, but also this man deserves to have his happiness, and Jenny needs that brown sugar, you know what I mean?
बच्चे वो नहीं पैदा कर सकती है। बच्चे अगर पैदा हो भी जाएंगे तो उसकी उम्र में और बच्चों की उम्र जमीन आसमान में फर्क रहेगा।
Yep, she's bringing up another good point. They can't have kids, and Sumit might want to have a kid. And Sumit said, no kids. He's not having kids. There's 2 billion people in India. Why make another? He didn't say that, but that, you know, if he did, that would make sense. And she's saying, like, even if Jenny did have kids, the kid will look pruny. She didn't say that. What I'm saying is that there's probably lots of complications to having kids, like the fact that the kid will think, oh, this is grandma and my dad. So maybe that.
वो तू बना सकता है, सिर्फ तेरे से मतलब है।
अगर हम इसको ब्रिज अप नहीं करेंगे ना, रिलेशन और खराब होती जाएगी बे।
Damn. Every time the brother's wife talks, I'm like, what? I get what she's trying to say, but like, bruh, what do you even, you weren't here like 2 years ago. You know, maybe I'm just being biased. Maybe I'm protecting ye old gal Jenny here, but come on, man. This is not your specific issue. You don't have to deal with it every day. You have to deal with Sumit's brother. This is one of those times you need to stay in your lane.
शादी हो गई, एक्सेप्ट करो। मैं अपनी पिछली जिंदगी में शादी से जिंदगी में खुश नहीं।
This is where I like Sumit, right? Whenever he's with Jenny, I don't know why he's like, he sits back and he's like, you take this one, and she proceeds to get ripped to shreds. When he's on his own, there's no one else to stand up for him, and he does. So he says, you know, I did this. You need to accept this. In the last marriage, you guys like arranged that. You should have arranged a coffin because I hated her. I hate myself. And he divorced her, or she divorced him. They were done. He didn't like the arranged marriage at all. He felt very unhappy. And Jenny makes him really happy. Where? I don't know. She broke his belly button having sex with him and she hates him. But they love each other somehow. So I believe that. Point is, this man stands up for himself and his partner when she's not looking. When she does want it, he sits back and he's like, you do it.
I would say the life would be easier for me if I would be with someone else instead of Jenny. I don't think that I will be as happy as I am.
What a sweet, beautiful statement. Life would be easier. He understands that, but he said, I don't think I'd find anyone that makes me as happy as her. And that's love. That's, you know, it's never going to be an easy road. There's always going to be certain challenges. Like, you can't expect if it's worth it to be easy.
It's a hard knock life for
And I'm not saying that it shouldn't be easy after a while, but there are going to be obstacles that you need to get through. And these are his and hers, and they're sorting it out. He's never once said, ooh, this is easier, maybe I should. He's always stuck by her, and even though she's threatened to leave him 100 times, come on, yeah. In your dreams, Jenny.
मेरा तो अभी प्रेजेंट भी अच्छा चल रहा है और फ्यूचर भी अच्छा रहेगा.
नहीं वो बात नहीं, वो फ्यूचर नहीं, बाल बच्चे.
मेरे बाल बच्चे होंगे, मैं आपको बोल देता हूँ.
Oh, shit. Well, that's news to me and everyone. He just said that he will have children in the future. Pretty sure Jenny discussed never having children. This is new information that I'm receiving. Does she know about it?
In the past, I was okay with not having a kid. If I want to have a family, I can adopt someone, or surrogacy is one of the options.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that he was gonna either have a surrogate child or he's gonna adopt an Indian kid, which, I mean, like, you can just go on the street. I've seen Slumdog Millionaire, I know.
देख ले, तूने अपनी माँ को ठीक करना, मैं किसी भी तरह से सब तेरे हाथ में है.
You know, if Jenny told anyone that the child was just hers, and they adopted him, nobody would question it. That's how America would be. Oh, you got an an Indian little boy. Ah, okay. How old is he? 45. And how old is Sumit? 50. Ah. All right. Matt doesn't check out, but the kid does.
If they would just stand up and be strong and support you, support us together as a couple, everybody would back off and knock it off.
Knock it off, you guys. Come on. Knock it off. Fellas, we gotta get together and have Thanksgiving. We gotta do it right. Get that turkey out here, Mom. Let's get that Thanksgiving celebration. I'm gonna give thanks to you, okay? Bring that Americanness to the table. They might find you weird and back off.
That will never gonna happen.
Okay, then it's time to go to America. Then that's what I say.
It was the pause. And then that will never going to happen. Not even like correct English, nothing. Just that will never going to happen. There is no way that will ever going to happen. Okay, Jenny? It was the pause for me that he took. He's like, that will never going to happen. They're not going to need this, not good idea.
Everybody would back off and knock it off.
That will never gonna happen.
Okay, then it's time to go to America. Then that's...
I just like that he gave her space. I don't know why. It's so funny. Like, just looking at her like, that will never going to happen. Think of a better idea.
Okay, then it's time to go to America. Then that's what I say. Live a very happy life there. We would be accepted. So I think it's a good idea.
Bang for your buck, Jenny comes right back. Sumit wants to have a kid, but he hasn't told Jenny, and Jenny has been thinking about this for a long time. She thinks, hey, if Sumit is constantly going to be controlled by his parents in India, why not move to America? I have my kids there, I have a home territory advantage, I love it there, I know everything about it. Let's move to America. And Sumit does not want to do that because he doesn't want to be away from his parents because he is like a yo-yo, always gonna come back.
Put up with Sumit's parents for years. I think it's time for Sumit to make a sacrifice for me and move to America and see how life is away from his parents. What do you think?
I'll tell you what I think.
That will never gonna happen.
I think he should have at least tried it. Like, I mean, if you could come all the way to India, even if he wasn't gonna live there, it would be cool if he at least saw how you lived. It would give him more perspective and stuff. Because, I mean, shit, man. If he can scam you all the way from India, he can at least visit. That's how your love started. He tried to scam you, catfish you, or whatever the hell he was doing. So if he can reach that far with the internet, he should physically at least see the person and the place that he's scamming. I mean, come on.
And the problem will remain. And now they will think, okay, now Jenny is took my son all the way and we can't even meet him anymore.
Actually, and this is crazy, Sumit, even your parents can leave to America. It's more simple than you think. They would have to get a plane ticket. That's it. Wow. It's not as hard as you think. You think that they're unable or incapable of flying to the country America? I would say otherwise. It might be harder for them or maybe more inconvenient, but believe it or not, if a 60-year-old can come to India and restart her life, surely a 60-year-old could come to America to visit her son, right? I'm with Jenny on this one.
Maybe it'll make them realize there goes our son. Don't be afraid to leave India and experience my country. I left my country and experienced yours.
You like Indian life better?
Is it? How bad have we got as a society? Like, America was the great country. I grew up, like, I watched American movies. I thought, like, man, I love America. Now Bollywood's taking over. Everything else is taking over. People are like, man, maybe I should go to Mumbai. That's really the place I want to raise my kid. No, I don't. I'm Chinese, but I'd like to try it. That's cool.
But I'm struggling here with your family, though. You don't want to leave India and go to my country?
No, actually not.
Damn, he just straight up says no, he doesn't. Bro, America fell off the map, man. What the hell, man? What? I used to see Indian people come from anywhere to be like anywhere in America. Like, they're Alabama Indian people. Just like, whatever, bro. Anywhere. Indians with like fucking southern accents because they have to. 'Cause they just want to work in America because it's the land of opportunity. Now it's like you got old American women being like, India's really the land of opportunity. India's the country of opportunity. I want to take my Indian husband to America, but he just said, don't you like it better here? And I thought about it, and yeah, I do. Laddu.
No? Well,
maybe-
then what do you want? Then what do you want me to do? Leave and go to America by myself?
Oh, that hurt him right in the feels. He just sobered up real quick. As soon as Jenny threatens to leave, he's like, oh shit. Oh, okay. My parents are going to not like this, but I'm gonna have to do it. Jenny applying pressure at the start of the series, I was like, man, you're being a bit hard on this dude. But Jenny applying pressure after 10 years, wanting like some stability, seems less off. Like, you know, it almost seems rational at some points. Because I get that Sumit doesn't know whether to go right or left with his parents and things, but at some point you have to make a decision. So I could sort of understand like just tightening the screws now and then.
Moving to America, I think that would show my family that she's taking me away. If I will have a kid, that might make them happy.
Whoa. Whoa, did you say if you can have a kid, that'll make your parents happy? That's not why people have kids, is it? God damn. Does this man do anything for himself? If I have a kid, they'll be happy with me and they'll be impressed with Jenny. That should really impress them, having a kid. You still have to raise, it's still a kid. Okay. Get a dog if you want to impress. Just do something else, bro.
Yeah, like a big day, going to work, want to do what I want to do.
Do what you want to do while you don't like.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess Sumit's plan is to have a baby so he can win back his parents because he can't have a parents with his baby. Oops. Because he can't have a baby with his parents because that would be diabolically indecent. So I guess he did the next best thing, just found an old lady. He didn't tell her. She doesn't even know they're having this baby. That's crazy. But now he's ready to go back to work. He actually told Jenny that he wants to work so he can make more money and live like a better lifestyle. And she's not too happy with him going to work. She's very dependent on this man.
You don't like spending time here with me?
Working, making money is also important, baby.
I'm like all offended.
It's very hard to talk with a woman.
It's very hard to talk with the man.
Good relationship, guys. 10 out of 10. 10 out. She's nitpicking on him and he's getting just as annoyed. This is exactly what I need. You'd expect when you're like 60 to just wake up and say, fuck it, and just anything goes. But Jenny's still, it impresses me almost that she's so very, very much like someone who's 20. And I don't mean looks-wise. That's the part that's impressive. That she remains looking like she does and thinking like she does. Let the man go to work is what I'm saying.
Business in India, nobody cannot take off on weekend.
Well, can you find a different business to get into then besides food business?
Yeah, basically Sumit's like, man, I gotta work on the weekend. And she's like, well, how about you work in IT, the place that you scam me at, brother? Because I don't like that. She wants to go out on the weekends. He wants to make money because he's young and he wants to set up his family. She's older and already is done with that part of life. Again, the age gap is a big factor into why they're not seeing eye to eye. If she was closer to his age, she'd be like, yeah, I get it. I'm also working on the weekend. We're trying to do X, Y, and Z. Now she's like, yeah, it's the weekend. I'm gonna do what I do. Drink prune juice and pass out. What are you gonna do? What work? You need to be here beside me. Otherwise, nobody's gonna wake me up after 6 hours.
And then what do you expect me to do?
Learn how to cook.
No.
God damn. This guy, as soon as he married her, became a savage. What do you want me to do on the weekends? Learn how to cook. And then he just laughs in her face. God, whew, that's a burn and a half.
We don't have anything. What you can do, you can go and buy some basic ingredient which we use.
Just a shot of him opening the fridge and going, we don't have anything. Like, then get something. How you guys been living this whole time? Like, there's no food, Jenny. What happened? Where it went? No more. Get some. Basically, Sumit's like, yo, I can't come and shop with you every time. You need to go out alone. Yeah, I mean, like, I understand. In India, it's like not exactly easy going out. It's just the goal. But at the same time, it's been 10 years. I would hope that she went out alone once or twice. Apparently, no. This is her first time going into the world alone.
You want me to go shopping by myself? It's intimidating for me here in India as a white woman to be out by myself and...
I understand, but you are like, you know, you've been there for a decade and you're 6 decades old. Combine those two things together and you should have the IDGAF attitude. You need that. Jenny, if you don't know what that is, use Google to look that up because you need that attitude in order to survive in that place. 10 years, you need to be able to go out alone. Can't be super dependent on him. You gotta have a little independence, woman.
I hope Sumit doesn't expect me to do this every day because I can't do that. Hello?
Hello?
Jenny then does a scene. I kept the scene in because I thought it was hilarious. She tries to buy things, and initially, the Indian people try to like basically mock up the prices for her. All you have to do is haggle.
$40. What? He doesn't know how to haggle.
And Jenny doesn't know because she's like American, so she's just like, I'm not paying for that. And every time she says she's not paying, the Indian people are like, okay, I'll lower it. But she doesn't realize like this is part of it. She's just like, no, I'm not paying. And then she leaves. And the Indian people are sad because like, oh, I thought we were haggling. And you just left, you blue balls me.
Can I put in same basket?
No, ma'am. No. I will not give you the half kg. The full kg you have to buy.
God, where did they find this woman? She doesn't need a speaker. She's just like, no, ma'am, buy more.
Ma'am, I will not give you the one piece. Take it more.
No, ma'am, do more. God, she came from the streets of Shout City, man.
What if I don't want more? How much is it?
1,020. Yeah.
Jenny doesn't understand after 10 years. She's talking about rupees. How much is it? 1,000 for asparagus? Bitch, you're crazy. No, rupees, Jenny. Fuck that shit. I'm not paying $1,000 for asparagus. I can make my own asparagus. Like offended and stuff.
Just 1,200. Only in 1,200.
They converted, and it's about 15 American dollars. Now I still think she bought a lot of stuff for 15, so I think they got a good deal. But still, you can haggle that down, and she does unintentionally haggle it down by saying, "Fuck it, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying $1,000 for asparagus. You out of your asparagus mind."
Indian prices too high.
No.
Well, I'm not paying 1,000 rupees, so.
Ma'am, okay, ma'am, okay.
There it is. That's all you have to do, Jerry. Just walk away. As soon as she walked away, she's like, okay. Shit. Okay. We'll pay less, a little bit less. You save 300 rupees on asparagus right now. It's the best deal I can give you on asparagus. I grow that shit right from the ground.
1,100.
What? Vegetables don't cost 1,000 rupees.
There is 1 kg. मैं आपको mushroom भी देता,
That's too
ma'am.
much.
Yeah, she's gonna throw in mushrooms and everything. Jenny's like, fuck that, I'm not even gonna eat food anymore. I'm done. So she leaves it, and the woman is like, damn, I lost it.
No, ma'am. सुनिए, listen.
She's genuinely screaming for her like they're in a Bollywood movie. She put out her hands like, ma'am, please, come back, ma'am.
That's crazy.
I didn't add the scene in, but then she went to another dude. He charged her less and she gave him more because she has no concept of what money is. And then just left. And the dude was like, all right, So Jenny, as usual, winning battles in her own mind and heart. We take you back to Sumit, and he is cooking with his friend, who says, bro, you need to shape up, you're 30 plus, and you need to be able to really work at this job if you want to actually be a partner at it. We're going to put in some hard hours. Now, I don't know if Sumit understands, to start up a business, you have to work harder than so many other people in order to get the attention and the base and all of the stuff. And I don't know if Jenny understands that either, or that she wants to understand. I don't know if she aligns with Sumit's goals, because you have to find someone who either aligns with your goals or at least understands them and can facilitate them. Otherwise, you get someone who's like trying to buy vegetables for 1,000 rupees, walking away, and Sumit works 2 days a week and is like, why we don't have more money?
Do you still remember cooking?
I do remember.
How is your life now after marriage?
That's a classic Indian question. How is your life now? How you're doing now? After marriage, how you're doing? You're shit or not? How is wife? Alive? Okay, good for you.
Marriage.
They high-fived and shit. He didn't even answer, he just laughed. How is marriage? Okay, good. Very good.
You're coming to work here, you have to give all the time you have.
7 days a week is going to be a big change for Jenny too. Maybe 5 days a week.
Can you imagine a business owner, like a startup company, being like, hey bro, you and me are going 50-50. It's like we're starting Amazon 2.0. You have to work 7 days. And he's like, ooh, that's going to conflict with my schedule of having a break. So fuck that. I'm going to work 5 days. My old wife and I are going to sit and enjoy sun for the 6th and 7th day. When she's, you know, dead and gone, like that Justin Timberlake song, I'll be right there. Okay? Whenever that is.
From last 2, 3, 4 years, everything is happening like what Jenny wants. Jenny wants to come to India. Jenny don't want to live with your parents.
I gotta be honest, this dude's making some good points. He started off with, how's your wife? And he smiled. Now he's telling you, your wife's pretty much got your balls in her purse. So you need to figure out what it is you want. Which is a true thing. Like if Sumit actually wants to work, make money, have these goals, he needs to tell Jenny that so she understands, communicate that to her. I want a better house, I want to have kids, all the things that he hasn't said to her but has said to us. He needs to do that, and then hopefully they are on the same page, so then she understands, oh, okay, this dude's going to work, not because he hates me, it's because he just wants money to do other things. So that's kind of like where we're at right now.
So everything is happening like what Jenny wants. What Sumit wants, I also want to know. I know Sumit from last 12, 13 years.
This dude is like clearly a good friend, but he might be more than a friend. I don't know, because the way that he speaks about Sumit sounds like they've been more than friends. I don't know.
And before he got married, we were meeting like every day, every night.
Damn.
We were having a lot of fun. But after Jenny, he never called.
Holy shit. Before he got married, they were meeting every day, every night, having a lot of fun. And this dude knows all the secrets about him, and he knows all the secrets about... Sounds like they met on Hinge. I don't know. But come on, man. So basically, yeah, this dude is like, you need to figure out what it is you want, because otherwise we're not going to actually be able to run this company. You can't 50% something on a startup. You can't make the company great while also half-assing it. That's just not a thing.
But after Jenny, he never calls. He just is like Sumit and Jenny like that.
Shit, this guy is personally offended. After he married Jenny, he never calls. Sumit and Jenny. Before, met him every day, every night. Share all his secrets. Lots of fun. After Jenny, never calls. No. This guy sounds like he wants to do more than pizza with Sumit, man. Okay.
Other thing which is stopping me from going to America is like maybe in future I might want to have kids.
Say what?
Damn, yeah, did you see the pizza guy actually, he like went backwards. He almost felt like he's like, you want to have kids with her and not me? That's a slice of shit right there. It looked like he was offended.
What they want me to have a secure future and a kid and everything.
Have you ever talked to her? Like,
Wait, they want you to, okay. Again, Sumit, you gotta ask the question, what do you want? Because your parents want you to have a kid, Jenny wants you not to work, you're getting pulled left and right. Where are you headed? You know, say your parents said do whatever, Jenny said do whatever, figure that out. Then figure out how it aligns, because if you're just constantly trying to make other people happy, you're not going to be happy. Then you can't do that job to the best of your ability. So it's just never going to work on a logical standpoint. Hopefully a friend will tell you that, or maybe he's your secret lover. I don't know. What I do know is I need to see that pizza.
Sir, I have your pizza.
Whether she want a kid,
I'm not sure whether Jenny wants to have kids or not.
Maybe, motherfucker, maybe you should find out if your wife wants to have kids before telling your pizza delivery friend that. Maybe. If you just figure out how you could tell your wife, see if she wants the kids, because she has to raise them, not Pizza Man over here.
I don't want to go to America. If I go to America, then I'm going to lose my family for good. I'll lose my friends. I'll lose my work.
Again, this is not the Bermuda Triangle. If you go to America, they still have social media, and you know you can reach people from America because you scammed one into marrying you. So, potentially and realistically, your friends can keep up with you. Don't worry about that. Your parents also have the magic of cellular telephone, so they can call if they ever decide to want to own you again instead of disown you. And even beyond that, they can achieve flight by catching a plane. So it seems like all those problems are bullshit. You just have to make up your mind and tell Jenny you don't want to go. That's a better excuse.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
How was work?
Yeah.
Happy to see you.
So he gets home from a tough day of thinking at work. They didn't actually serve any customers, which is funny. And he's like, how was your day? And she says, how was his day? And he asks what she's cooking and then brings home his own food.
What are you doing?
Peeling potatoes.
And one potato so far?
Yeah.
What is this?
She's been peeling one potato for 8 hours. What the actual hell? Where did Jenny come from? What is this shit? She's working on peeling a potato? Still?
This big chili? What are we gonna do with this one?
I thought I would buy them for a treat for you. You can stick it somewhere.
Oh, shit. Bit of a hostile. She buys a big chili and says you could stick it up your arse. Wow. The hell kind of... That was after the honeymoon. They were straight to fighting.
We were planning to make for dinner.
I was just gonna peel some potatoes and boil some potatoes, and maybe we can just have mashed potatoes or something.
That's like saying we can have sauce for dinner. Where's the rest of it, man? Does anyone just boil vegetables and say, fuck it, this is what I'm having? What does it come with? A plate? What? She's just gonna boil the potato, which she's still been working on, and just... God damn, Jenny. What the hell, bro?
Cooked a lot of meals that were like easy to throw together. You know, you go to the store and you buy it. It comes in a box, and you take it home. You add meat.
Then you didn't cook it. Then you microwaved it. Oh my god! Holy shit! That's not cooking. That's pressing a button on a microwave and then eating whatever comes out of that. That's imitation meat, Jenny. Holy shit! How did you even raise? What did your kids have? Are you kidding me? This woman is 60 plus. Doesn't have no recipes besides let's boil a potato. He was at work, fraternizing with his homie. She was at work peeling a potato. This is not good, bro.
I made a lot of like hamburgers, pizza.
You make pizza?
Yeah, you just take it out of the box and you put it in the oven.
Then she says she makes hamburgers or pizza, and then he's intrigued. He's like, you make pizza? Because he thought she was like making it from scratch. And then she's like, yeah, I put it in the microwave, G.
I thought make pizza, making a dough, then sauce, pizza sauce.
Don't expect so much.
Okay.
That's pretty much the marriage. Don't expect so much. I have one potato, I'm gonna turn it into mash. I'm not a fucking scientist, okay? If you give me a chicken, I'll turn it into an empty plate. Just don't give me things and expect things after you give me things. I'm 60, I'm done.
Did I need help? Like 7 days a week. Yeah, that was...
Now, that's a funny story. You told him no, right?
So at the dinner table, Sumit decides to tell... Well, dinner table is just a table at this point. There's no dinner. Sumit is like, yo, I need to work 7 days a week in order to actually get enough money to actually make food or buy food. And she's like, no, fat chance. I'm not letting you work 7 days a week because I need you to be here with me 7 days a week. So there's a power struggle.
I didn't say it will be more like better for our relationship if we spend some time separate.
It's true. I think if you were with the same person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, chances are it would be a bit tough. So it's good to have some separation, but Jenny does not see it the same way. and I am very curious to see how she reacts. I'm still worried about where that potato is and why she bought so many if she was just going to cook one for the two of them.
Since we got married, he wants to go to work. He wants to take sex Kama Sutra classes. Now he wants to hang out with his friends.
Ever since Sumit married me, he wants to work. Is he cheating on me? I don't know. He's going to work. He wants to take Kama Sutra. Is he not happy with me? And bet he wants to have sex with his friend at the pizza shop. He's bringing home food. He doesn't like my home cooking potato. What is this man? Ever since he married, I don't even know who this man is. It's like he's trying to live a better life and shit.
Now he wants to hang out with his friends and party. I mean, what's next?
Yeah, he wants to hang out with his friends. Which married man does that? He needs to hang out with me every day. I'm his friends now. I'm his friends, his family, his lover, his fighter. I'm everything he'll ever need. I'm everything to him, except a chef. I'm not that. Don't expect so much.
It's times like this that I do feel the age difference a little bit. You're gonna have boys' nights out. You're gonna go visit your parents.
What are you gonna do? Work? See your parents? What are you gonna do? Huh? Make money? What you can use that money to do things other than tend to me. That sounds like you're a cheater and honestly a player. Why'd you marry me if you're gonna work and see your parents? Think about it, Sumit. What do you, Jesus Christ, crazy.
Last night I was standing on a chair trying to hang some pictures on the wall, and I lost my balance. The chair was a little weak and I fell.
So, they clearly have a big problem here in which they don't see eye to eye. And Jenny, potentially, I don't know what happens the next day, but she says that she's fallen and she can't get up. And Sumit needs to take time off work and take her to the doctor to get a checkup. But the doctor says, yeah, everything's fine. And we don't know if she did that on purpose. I don't know. But she is very fragile, and she gets angry at Sumit for not being there, even though he was at work.
Sumit had to leave work, come home.
Bring us back to the reality that we are on different stages of life.
Yeah, and Sumit realizes that her bones are made out of dust and that he needs to actually work, but at the same time, if she falls over, she could, like, literally just scatter. So he needs to figure that out.
Take the needles home and yeah, this is what happens when you get married and then you become a parent, each of the rest.
Yeah.
Good joke, Sumit. Took you a while, but it's good. Sumit's doesn't have that gift of the beautiful wit. It took him 2 sentences to figure out how to say we're a pain in each other's ass and also not offend Jenny while saying it. Very good work, Sumit. Very good. I don't know if I feel sorry for him at sometimes. I just feel sorry for myself.
But this is the reason why you can't work 7 days a week, because accidents happen. You need to be more available for.
There you go. There it is. Jenny used this excuse from fall. She was hanging a painting on the wall. She just went up on a chair and she couldn't hurt her to the point he needed to take time off work. And now she's like, this is what happens. You leave me alone. I stand on chairs. I'm like a literal toddler. I fall down. I get a boo-boo. You need to take me to hospital. So now she's using this as like a campaign to be like, this is why you should work less. That way we can make less money. I have less things to hurt myself with and more time with you. It's just math.
I depend on you so much.
It's something which we need to reduce.
My daughter and Jen should be arriving any minute now.
So yeah, that becomes an issue and that'll factor in a little bit later. But Jenny decides that after 2 years, she hasn't seen her kids and her kids' spouse. So why doesn't she invite them over? And they decide, yeah, we're coming over, which I always appreciate. I appreciate how much Jenny's family actually comes over. And I don't like the fact that Sumit and his family are so stubborn in their ways that they won't actually go to see her. Like, I feel like it should be a 50-50 thing, or at least they do it once. At least Jenny's getting some support. Her family's coming over. It's nice. She's cleaning the house. She came to the gate like a goblin. She was like, oh. The way she ran to the gate was like an Outlast or something.
I just kind of want to watch Sumit and make sure that everything is okay and that his intentions are actually, good.
Okay, it's been 10 years. I think you can drop that shit. If you're still watching him thinking maybe he's a gold digger, so I don't know exactly what you think that you're going to see here. But this man's been with the lady since she was 50, now she's 60. I think you can let that shit go.
Yeah. Having my first beer with Pops.
Also, something you shouldn't say. He's pretty much your age. Calling him Pops is just, I mean, she calls him Daddy. You call him Pops. Someone's going to call him Dad soon when he has a kid. I don't know who's calling him Father. And, shit, man. It's just not the age to be doing this.
I mean, my mom is out here by herself. I do want her to feel accepted. And the only way that she can really do that is by you holding her up.
He tried holding her up. His belly button broke from having sex because she was on top of him. I don't know if you want to know these details, but that's what happened when he tried to hold her up. She was on top. There's water everywhere, and I don't know how.
Saying, oh, well, that's just a family and that's how they are and that's what they do. Because then that's you guys accepting that and saying that it's okay because it's not right. It's disrespectful.
So, yeah, basically, Jenny's daughter is trying to tell Sumit, like, come on, you need to get them to understand it. And he's just looking at her like, obviously not. If it was that easy, if she just, like, gave him a speech and he was like, oh, shit, yeah, you're right. Maybe I should tell them to just smarten up. And my parents were like, oh, my bad, sorry about that. I don't know why she thought this would be like the end all be like after 10 years of this not happening, she'd be like, you need to tell them to just accept it. And then after her speech, things were going to get better. But Sumit's like, yeah, she needs to just stay in her lane. He pretty much says that.
Until Christina is in my situation, she cannot understand what I am dealing with. She needs to stay out of the situation.
Yeah, so he's like, bitch, stay in your lane. Then, for no reason at all, and I don't know why this is even in 90 Day Fiance, he decides to take them Bollywood dancing. I don't know where this fits in to his family disowning him, his wife wanting him to work less, and his, wanting a kid. But he decides, fuck it, I need to start learning how to dance like a Bollywood person in between all of this. Maybe this is gonna help one of the 3 problems that I'm dealing with.
Tonight we're taking the Bollywood dance class.
Bollywood it's an Indian film industry. It's
Thank you. Appreciate you telling me that. Carry on.
famous for its music.
I have always
Again, thank you, Sumit. India's also a country, are also humans. All right.
By myself, I might be a little shy. I mean, if Sumit was more available and didn't have to work so much, we could maybe do fun things.
Holy shit, she uses everything as a thing. Like, he's like, yo, you want to go Bollywood dancing? She's like, I would if you just actually were free. And he's like, well, I just invited you to Bollywood dance. What?
2, 3, 4. Is this handy? Okay. I mean, I'm okay dancer. I have rhythm. I can follow the beat.
Stop the cap.
Suspicious. When anyone says shit like that, it's suspicious. Need to see it. Looks like you're washing someone's window at a fucking red light when they don't want you to, and they're like, no, 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 not you, hobo. She's doing the...
That was one of the best time we spent together till now.
Yeah, sure. Got to come and got off.
Okay, then Christina's partner fist bumps Sumit, which is, I don't know why I find that funny. She's like, good work, brother. The 2 marrieds in the family. Good fist bumping.
Seeing you tomorrow to work?
Yeah, going to work, have to. And after that, I have to go and see my family.
Maybe it's a good idea we all go.
It's one of the worst ideas I've ever heard in my fucking life. Are you kidding me? You guys just came there and did Bollywood dancing. Now you want to go see their family? I don't mean to be rude, but like, that's now 3 of you guys. 1 they can't handle. Now there's more. What? That's the worst idea ever. Oh my God.
Let's just all go meet.
That's the appropriate response. Maybe we should all go see them.
Maybe if we all just work together and use our powers of love, they'll accept Jenny.
And then Sumit's like, holy shit, you guys are stupid.
Actually, I'm thinking about it like...
What are you worried about?
Yeah, worried about it like if any hard conversation started, then I would...
What are you worried about? They already disowned you. Sorry, my bad. Carry on. What are you actually worried about?
We're not here to disrespect your family, your culture, but we also aren't going to let your family berate my mom either, you know? You don't like it, we won't like it.
So Jenny's backup is her family, and they're like, bruh, we're going to stand up for Jenny. And Sumit's like, maybe I won't have to do as much as I thought. Then they play the most stereotypical music, and it's the next scene.
I'm living in India right now currently, and I'm married to an Indian. I'm interested in getting him to America.
Both of that is good. So the next scene is Jenny. She has some free time. She opens up her laptop and she's actually going behind Sumit's back to look at an immigration lawyer to see if Sumit and Jenny can move over to the US. Now I didn't know that it was like as tough a process because I've been married for 10 years, but like to get a green card it's always a tough process in America, but I feel like there would be no fraudulence at this point because it's been so long. However, she's calling the guy just to check, and she's doing this without Sumit's knowledge to possibly, potentially bring him over to the dark side, and by that I mean America.
I set up a meeting today with an immigration lawyer to get a visa process going for Sumit so I can get him to America.
Yep. So she's legally trying to get him to America, which is kind of, it's not the way I would have thought that happened, you know. I watched Scarface, everything's illegal when you're an immigrant. But once Sumit has the actual chance to go to Liberty City, the land of liberty, legally, and he chooses India over it, that's patriotism right there.
I feel bad for going behind his back, but I don't want to...
Don't worry. He went behind your back and talked about kids. You're actually slightly in the lead here. Neither of you know it, but you're both double-crossing each other. He's just at the top of that list.
I don't want to scare him by telling him I'm starting this process. How hard do you think it'll be for me to get him to America?
Can I know the age?
He's 33.
Ooh, then they're gonna ask your age and it's gonna be very suspicious. I wonder how like immigration lawyers see it. I mean, it's Jenny and then he sees like a 30-year-old and like a 65-year-old and it's like, ooh, I think he's waiting her out because like she's got a few more good years and then she'll be not like the tires but in the grave, and then Sumit will just be a free man in India. I mean, he'll just be a free man in America. So I don't know how they'd see it. But I think they have a good case because they've been together 10 years. I don't know how long. They've only been married a few years. But like, if you were gonna scam someone and you put in 10 years, do you really love her or are you scamming her or are you getting scammed at this point?
And your age, Jenny?
64.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
that dude made an inaudible comment. And he like got taken back. It's like when you press X when someone's doing dialogue in like a game.
Under the circle, but I need you have trapped. It's good to I am.
Oh.
And they just finish whatever sentence regardless. Like how you been? You just see, oh, 65. That's two of him. That's not gonna be good.
Okay. So
big age gap, yes.
Okay. The major question by the immigration department will be...
How long do you have left? 10, 20 seconds? How long?
The major question will be why a lady, 64-year-old, is married to a guy who's only 33, 34 years.
The main question by immigration will be like, why is an old bag married to such an Indian sex lord right there? Why is fucking Helen Mirren married to Shah Rukh Khan? What is happening? Yeah, immigration will look at this and wonder, why on earth someone who watches Peaky Blinders and says, yep, I've been to that location at that exact time, is married to a dude who lives in this century? You gotta understand there, Jenny.
They won't interview his family, will they?
They can, if the officer wants.
Okay.
So what's the reason of asking this?
Can you imagine the immigration officers calling up Sumit's parents, getting yelled at, and then Sumit's parents are like, no, he wants to stay in India, when all the immigration lawyers are trying to do is give them any reason to stay in India? They'll be like, oh, this is the greatest fucking phone call. Yeah, all right then. My job is done. I thought they were gonna like say he's so good he should live in India. He's living in India. We
married without telling them that we were going to be married because of the age gap difference. They don't want him to be married to me, obviously.
This dude is like sitting there like, all right, not what I asked. Not going to use any of that. Should I pretend to it? Okay. Carry on. Carry on. Yep, I'm writing it down as we speak. And what happened? They don't like you. Oh my God. That'll be good information.
Opposed legally through the authorities or police or somewhere that they have filed a complaint on their son's relation with you?
What is the complaint that they could file? Like oldness? Is that like an actual? I don't know. Maybe there's like a thing in India you can file a serious complaint. Like the two things I'm thinking of is like white and old. I don't know if that's a thing. That feels like it shouldn't be a thing to complain about. But a formal, like a legal complaint. My client is old and white. I don't know what to say. Like factually speaking, they win.
Need to give me his police clearance certificate. Yeah. If there is any complaint, then he will have a problem of getting the PCC. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye-bye.
there's two things to the scene. Firstly, the fact is Jenny goes behind Sumit's back. She wants to get him a visa to the country. I don't know if that's even possible to surprise someone with a visa. Like, surprise, you're moving country. The last time that happened, there was boats involved.
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
And the second thing, I've never seen any person in their life say goodbye to someone and then close the laptop without closing the application. Right now, this man is stuck to your computer seeing black because you haven't actually turned off Skype. He's still there, hearing every conversation you're gonna have until he cuts it. And you know damn well he's not cutting it because he's inquisitive. He's wondering why a 60-year-old woman bagged a 30-year-old Indian man. He wants to know. That's juicy.
So who's gonna show up? Who's coming?
I don't know exactly.
And with that, we have the big meeting the next day. Remember how Jenny's daughter and daughter's partner invited themselves over to like the big parent meeting? So now it's the day. Sumit is there, sweating nervously. Jenny's there. Her kids are there. And hopefully Sumit's parents will be there. Everyone's just waiting to see what's going to happen.
I don't know exactly who is coming today. I invited my brother and my sister-in-law, my mother and father, and aunt as well.
Oh, the whole gang's there. Does Sumit have any other family? Because he always invites like the same 3-4 people, but he makes it seem like it's different. I invited everyone. My brother, my mom, and my dad. Heaps of people are coming.
My family along with Christina and Jen, because I have to prove to Christina that I'm a good enough husband for her mother.
I mean, I don't think Sumit could have picked a family that was more liberal and westernized than Jenny, who is a single parent, has kids. The kids are older than Sumit. Her daughter is married to a woman, and they're sitting in the most casual clothing while Sumit is dressed in like, I've never seen him even close to in a suit until now, and he's sweating his ass cheeks off because you can see like how the cultures clash. And I think like it says two things. One, it's really crazy that Sumit chose this to constantly battle, and two, it's very sweet that he did stick with it despite like having all the turbulence and knowing damn well that his parents would not understand or accept whatever is going on in the Western world. He chose to stick with it, so it's very sweet in a way.
I'm worried that Christina and Jen might not gonna talk nicely and cause a big drama and fight.
Yeah, because every other time you guys have met, that's exactly what happens. I think this is a good hypothesis. I think with your eyes closed, you could have said the exact same shit, and it would have been 100% true, Sumit. And every time you sit there in the seat and Jenny is there and you invite them thinking things will change, they won't. This is the definition of insanity. Just then, his father walks out with the brother and the brother's wife, and it looks like a WWE ring entrance, the way that he walks so casually in a suit, and he's got like two like backup people walking behind him. It feels like weighing in at 300 pounds in his face. I put some music over it.
They're leaving me with no choice but to take Sumit to America.
Oh God, please don't say things like they're leaving me no choice but to take a brown man to another country. Please don't do that. That's not, we don't need this again.
I don't like where this is going.
Also absent, and very visibly absent, is the mom. Sumit's mom has not turned up ever since she disowned him. She has been sticking with it and has disowned the heck out of her son. She fricked her son, man. She disowned him.
Hello.
Oh, okay, yeah, right, yeah, hello. Forgot about that. Just out of note, hello. I know we've been fighting, and your mom's not here, and it's my daughter and her. Hello.
It's really nice to finally meet you guys.
What about mom and aunt? Like, they didn't come today?
Actually, she is not well.
Okay, so, yeah, dad comes in, he's like, yeah, listen, your mom's not doing so well. Ever since she found out you sucked, she's been sick. She come down with my son shititis. So she'd been suffering with that for a very long time. And I don't know what I guess the cure is. Be better, son.
She has got a very sad back of your marriage.
That's what she's genuinely, I'm not even joking. She's sick of his marriage. That sounds like a fucking joke. She said she's not well, and then like took a pause and be like, oh,
it's because of your marriage. She's sick of your stupid ass marriage.
Get married to someone better.
First of all, it's very nice to meet you, and I understand that your wife is upset about the situation.
This is not gonna go well. Like, I don't know what kind of joke this is. This is like a sitcom joke. Two lesbian couple from Western world tries to achieve peace by telling like absolutely staunch Indian Eastern traditional people that they need to raise their son in a more liberal way. That sounds like a fucking joke.
And I understand that your wife is upset about the situation.
But this lady, Jenny's son, Christina, is gonna be like, I cracked the code. Sumit couldn't talk to his own parents because he's not a lesbian. I can do it.
But I also would love for you guys to understand our side too. I just would like, for you guys to maybe just open a little bit of your heart.
That's the fucking issue. They weren't opening their heart. Do you think at this point, at any, like even 1% of the dad was gonna be like, oh, well, shit. That's what I was doing. I was closing my heart off. Now that I don't know what to even, like, how is this ever going to work? How is this plan ever going to work? The look on his face is just like, bro, why did I even turn up?
We have to understand from where she has come from.
Right.
When it comes to mom.
And then this asshole
saying cuss words, guys.
replies, the wife of the brother. Everyone who shouldn't be in the situation seems to be wanting to have the floor at this point. I don't understand. This is the worst. But yeah, no, this lady comes out. She's smoking, by the way. I don't know if she's a witch or something, but there's fumes coming out of her. And she's like, look, man, we gotta understand his mother. She's sick of his marriage. We gotta all understand that. And I can't understand that. I think it's the stupidest thing possible. If the mom is gonna be so melodramatic, I don't know what to say. Like, I can't even understand how to approach that situation. But to have someone who's technically not in your family tell you off, and then you're not technically part of this is just... I feel like we should have a WWE match, and the winner takes all. If Sumit and Jenny win, they do a tag team with Sumit's mom and dad, and whoever wins gets the gold. They get to be happy. The other ones remain sad.
It is difficult for her to accept this thing.
But it's been 10 years. They just happen to have fell in love with each other, and that's just kind of the way life works.
Yeah, okay, so I can't believe I have to take both sides every time and play devil's advocate. This is not the way it works in India, obviously, because of arranged marriage and a lot of other stuff. It's not like you can just come out and be like, this is how it works, bitch. And then she's gonna be like, oh, sorry, oh, crazy woman. Like, she's gonna fight back. And at the same time, it's really ridiculous to try and understand what she's saying. Am I supposed to feel sympathy for the mom? How do we fix that? Does a man who loves this woman suddenly divorce her to make his mom happy? Does that seem like a logical thing? That's irrational, to say the least.
We have lot of phone calls from our relatives and friends and nearby persons.
How the fuck do people nearby get your number? How does that even... Are you airdropping your number to people? Can you not do it then? What are you doing? Last time you were like, everyone called your phone. There's like almost 2 billion people and they all have your number. You need to get a better phone, bro. Nearby people are calling you and you're picking up. This is not good.
Some bitter words and harsh words. We are not able to bear all the words spoken by the society.
Fucking put it on mute, brother. What? Why are you answering the calls, bearing them, and then like, I'm not able to do this. Hello? Not again, bro. Every time. Okay, I gotta say this. I think that maybe it's a Western thing. I don't know. But if I was wearing this and I just had my underwear sticking out, I was walking on the street and some guy was like, oi, you look like a dick. I'd just assume he wasn't even talking to me because I don't know the person. And it matters literally 0% what someone I don't care about thinks. Honestly, for me personally, it barely matters what people I care about think. I don't care. I have very little care. So to have people like relatives say like, oh, your son married to an old woman, if he's happy and his marriage is working, shouldn't you be proud as parents that he actually did that? Because the first time it didn't work, and now he's actually got something that's lasted 10 years. You know how hard it is to keep a partner for 10 years? That's, in any shape, scale, or form, a great thing, regardless of age. With the consent, obviously. God. R. Kelly the situation.
Now pause the movie, cause what I'm about to say to y'all is so damn twisted.
She was 8 when I met her. Fuck off.
That's why, that is the main reason we cannot accept.
I'm never gonna be accepted.
If you go on the action slow motion replay there, this dude said expect, stopped his sentence, and then said accept mid-sentence. It's actually one of the most freaky things I've ever heard in my life because there was no cut in between. He did that naturally. It was like auto-tune. He said expect, accept, I want to hear that on replay. I feel like not enough people understand what an amazing thing just happened right there.
That is the main reason we cannot accept.
How did that even happen? It sounded like two people at the same time. This man was possessed. That's crazy. I had nothing to do with anything. Carry on. There's been no food at the table. They're just sitting with empty plates. I find that very funny.
I don't want to take him away from his family, but I think maybe it's better if we just go ahead and live in America then.
Oh, shit, okay. Well, damn, Jenny didn't say much, but when she did, she dropped a bombshell. She said, I'm gonna take him away to America, whether you like it or not.
Jesus Christ.
We've got cheeseburgers, McDonald's, that sort of beef, unlike some places. Then she just, dropped it on him. The problem was she didn't actually tell Sumit, so this is the first he's hearing of it, which gotta be a shock to him. Shocker. We're moving next month. You didn't know about it, but pack your shit.
I'm shocked that Jenny brought up moving to America to my family.
Are you guys really planning to live in America?
Yeah, we are planning for it.
Okay, well, he was probably asking his brother, but yeah, okay, good one, Jenny. You know what? Sumit's not said anything. He's just sitting there taking it all like a punching bag. So yeah, someone's got to talk.
Yeah, we are planning for it.
If he came to America, he is welcome with open arms.
That's barely true, to be honest. Hey, come on, man. This is America. This is America. Sumit's in my area,
You have decided your life yourself. You did whatever you felt. It doesn't change the mindset of my wife and myself. You can leave.
So that's the penultimate thing here that we're fighting with. The parents say things like, you've decided your life for yourself, as if it's some sort of bad thing to do so. And in their culture, in their tradition, that is just not accepted. It is not, you can do whatever you want whenever it's not that. It's, I raise you and then you owe me for the rest of your life. It's a weird system, and I personally, I don't subscribe to that notion. And I don't think many people in the Western world can sit there and be like, what? But he's like, yeah, okay, so you want to live your life yourself. You want to be happy. Just get married to a wife of your choice. Okay, son, if that's even your real name. That's kind of like how he feels. And it's very foreign to us, but I guess to a lot of people, that's just like, yeah, I'm doing this to make my parents happy. Because they're very depressed, sad creatures, and I need to bear their happiness too. What pressure it is to be a brown person sometimes.
Can leave. They had to move. Let them go.
Oh, okay, so then the dad talks. He's obviously sad. He's emotionally hurt. But yeah, man, I think these parents need some therapy or something. Something that definitely hasn't been introduced or as a luxury is that the generations that preceded us definitely didn't have mental checks, mental health checks, weren't able to express themselves. So when they actually need to have these emotionally mature conversations, they can act like big fucking babies. And I've seen so many people older than me act like fucking 10-year-olds. And I find it very annoying, but I also think that, okay, they didn't have the opportunity to actually gracefully mature emotionally. So this is how they react to things. You want to leave? Go. That's your son, bro. You gotta be a bigger person or a fatter person. Do something.
He'll come back.
That's not a good answer.
I don't believe that shit. He'll come back. America will kick his ass and come. You're gonna watch him become like an LA Dodgers fan. He's not even living in LA. His favorite athlete is not gonna be Virat Kohli. It's gonna be fucking LeBron James or something. It's gonna be something else. That he's gonna watch The Simpsons and see Apu and be like, that is me.
Love between the two, and I just think it's wonderful.
Do you think his mother is not loving him and the life?
Yeah, well, I would fucking hope his mother is not loving him like Jenny. That would be absolute. That would be actually, I feel like illegal, to be honest. So it's a very odd comparison when someone's like, look at this married couple, and the dad's like, well, the mother can do that. No, I would hope not.
The kids are the hope for completing the family. That is why she is not happy. She is weeping day and night.
What we've seen is guilt trip, manipulation, everything. And you can look at Sumit and be like, this man is living in Eastern in traditions, somehow managed to break out. You got to give him props for constantly thinking with that liberal mindset despite never being acclimated to it and raised in it. So I give him props there. And it's just hard it would be very tough to be with parents who constantly constantly put the needs of themselves before you and act like it's your fault when they do that. So you always feel like, I don't know, I want to be happy. I want to obviously make them happy, but it seems like every time I'm happy, they're not. And I don't know how to fix that. So this man is silent, and sometimes I'm a little hot because he doesn't speak. But God, what can he say? What are you supposed to say in this situation? I know what I'd say. I'll have the steak. We haven't eaten. It's been like 20 minutes. I don't know why people keep talking. I'll have the steak with a side of more steak. Thank you. Oh shit, we're in India. I'll have the chicken.
I'm very nervous because I still haven't brought up to Jenny that I'm thinking about a child.
Even more awkward than this conversation is, Sumit hasn't told Jenny that he wants to have a kid. And he hasn't told his parents or anyone in the world that he wants to have the kid to impress his parents. So there is a big secret looming. I don't know if it's gonna get told. Let's see. We're down to the final few minutes.
What does mother expect us to do? Can we do anything to make her feel better together?
I think no.
Oh, well, fuck it. All right, well, goodbye, everyone. That's a wrap. He took it. He did think. He really took his time. Like, is there anything we can do?
1 hour later.
No, you're screwed. Nothing. It's over. Your brother, better one. I don't know. How do you even respond to that? Like, can I do anything to make my mom happy? No, you suck. How do you even, like, okay, all right. I'm just going to continue trying to be happy now since you've told me there's nothing I can do.
She wants a separation from Jenny.
And then she should divorce Jenny if she wants a separation from Jenny. Tell her to get divorced. Tell her to stop caring about what her relatives think. And also tell her to stop picking up the phone for random people and wondering what they think. If status is so important, then self-worth should be too. I mean, you seriously need to consider that.
I thought we were gonna, make more progress. We, couldn't help.
Yeah, of course you couldn't. What the fuck did you even think that was gonna... That went about as well as it should have went. Which Marvel movie did you watch and think, like, if I really reason with them?
Hey, Sumit's dad. Listen, I know you and your wife, his mom, my dad, is really just feeling like, ugh. What you need to do is have love. See, this is my wife. Yeah, I know I'm a woman, but she's also a woman. It's okay. Don't worry. And if you combine our ages, you get the age difference between my dad and my mom. Anyway, have love in your heart. I know you're Indian.
Glove jobs. I don't know. Just fucking accept this shit. Like, she watched Avengers and thought, like, this was gonna do it. And then she's just crying like, oh, we couldn't help. Of course you couldn't. I'm so sorry to say it, but there was never going to be any resolution. Not coming from you, out of all the people. It's as good as like a street vendor like trying to like help this situation.
Last night, the meeting with my family and Jenny's family, it was worse than I expected.
Yeah, okay, so of course nothing got resolved, but the one good thing is that Sumit didn't open his mouth and nobody else talked about kids. So he got away from that. It's the next day, it's their final day, all as a family, not Sumit, all the family, and they're just talking about what they can do after the parents clearly said there's nothing left. So obviously Jenny's family is feeling like this sucks. We just want our mom to be happy, and Sumit's feeling like I want my mom to be happy, so we're gonna try and find a resolution now.
I think now, after 10 years, it's time for you to come to the U.S.
I'm not ready to move to US.
Okay, well that's a good conversation. That solved that. I think it's time for you to come. Nope. All right, so we've sorted that out. What is actually gonna happen? Where's the conclusion of this? I want to see what happened.
You can't always be afraid of everything. I did contact an immigration lawyer the other day that it could take up to 2 years to get your visa.
That's not bad. Set a little timeline, put a little precedence on him. Sumit is known for just stalling when you don't actually give him an ultimatum or pen ultimatum. Not that I like the ultimatum, and I even did a video on how shit that show was, but I mean, 2 years would be like, think about it. If we're still doing the same thing, fighting with your parents, your mom's crying, she's answering calls from random people, don't know how they got her number, let's move. Let's figure it out.
We should get started on that right away because, I mean, you're still going to have another 2 years here in India.
I will be 35 by 2 years.
Yeah, and she'll be 138. Can you know...
Chop, 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 chop.
Come on. You gotta move.
And might be I'll start thinking about having kids.
Oh, why? We almost got to the end of this whole series, and you didn't have to say yesterday. You literally were shitting your pants thinking about if your brother was gonna bring this up. Now, when there's no one around for no reason at all, you're like, hey, I might have kids. Are you gonna have some with me? Because I'm just gonna do it if you don't.
We might adopt someone by 35.
Like them being 30? Who's 35? That kid? You? Who's 35? What are you talking about? You're just dropping this information on her? She's like, maybe we should move in 2 years. You're like, I'm gonna have a kid. So are we all gonna move? I'm gonna have a 35-year-old baby. Are we all gonna move?
Then I want to have them in India.
What the
Yeah. That's an appropriate reaction, to be honest with you.
First of all, we've talked about this since we met over 10 years ago. So how come all of a sudden now he wants to have a kid when it was never...
I don't know why you just brought this up randomly, bro. This is the worst time. Can't even be mad at Jenny. Like, she probably had that as one of her thing. Like, she probably must have said that early on and you must have known. But Sumit was like, yeah, in 10 years she'll get over it. That's not how that works.
I'm shocked. If you want to have kids, why did you marry me?
Appropriate question.
If you had that even in the back of your mind, you shouldn't have married somebody who is done raising children.
Where did this come from?
When I think about...
Damn, it almost sounded like the daughter roasted her, like, unintended. If you want to have kids, you should have married someone who actually could do it. I mean, fucking, you know, if you wanted to have kids, maybe someone who was hot and sexy. I mean, you chose that, right? You wanted to have kids. I don't know why you chose an old, you know, horse if you wanted to drive in the Lamborghini. You know what I mean? It's your fault you chose that. No offense, Mom.
Family and my parents and how to just make them happy, how to win their love.
Don't say this. Don't tell her you want to have kids to impress you. Don't. This is one of those intrusive thoughts that you keep stuck in the back of your mind, you know?
As they said, like, you cannot have kids. Because if I have a kid, then maybe they will be happy, okay, now you...
Rationalizing having kids by saying it'll impress my parents is a big sigh. Big sigh. Big fucking sigh. Why? Why you do this to your wife? Did you marry her just to, like, as soon as you married her, you Kama Sutra'd her, you put her on a zip line. Feels like you tried to kill her, sex her up, and then have a baby now. Like, I don't understand. You wanted to, like, maximize your sex life. That was one of the things he said, like, maximum pleasure. Now you want to have maximum children. She's at maximum age. She can't have that.
To be with that.
I just realized what he said. He said, I'm going to have a kid so they can take care of me. He was like, I'm going to have a kid so I can put all my anger into the kid. So, like, the parents pour the anger into me. I'm like, ha, pour it into the kid. Now the kids are, like, angry. So the kid has to have another kid. It's going to be an endless cycle. This is brown people in a nutshell. Sumit just figured it out.
Sumit will do anything to make his parents happy. Family is going to be priority, basically, always.
And I agree with you, Jenny. I feel like most of this was just coming at you from left field, but I will say, after 10 years, you seem to not realize that he innately wants to make his parents happy, and that might be the case. So if you figured out that he might be putting them first every time, at some point, a little bit of the blame must fall on you to be like, Sumit, you just keep trying to impress your mother. I am a mother. I'm done.
Being married with Jenny, it's something which I wanted for the last 10 years, but I lost my family.
You gain a family, you lose a family. Monopoly, right? You know what I mean? It'll be fine. Make a new family with her, maybe with someone who you just said you're gonna have kids and then told your wife. That's gangster. Like, she found out after other people that you were having kids. That's hilarious.
Did we do the right thing getting married? Because if this is what Sumit wants his future to look like, then I don't really want to be part of it.
And that's how the series ends.
What?
Jenny says she doesn't want to be part of it if he's going to want to have kids.
Hey buddy, hello. Anybody home?
Thanks for watching today's video. Don't forget to download and check out Raid Shadow Legends through my description link.